Hello there, welcome back to Crafters TV. My name is Joe Reynolds. It is a Friday feeling. It's a Friday feeling? No, it's a Friday. Who's got that Friday feeling? I certainly have, because it is nearly the weekend. It is within touching distance. Now, Colour Me Happy has fast become one of your favourite shows here on Crafters TV. There is absolutely loads to talk about, and I know you guys are going to love it when we've got something brand new for you as well. A brand new configuration on our incredible Illustrator markers. And he's here, she's here, they're here. The Shih Tzu is finally in the building as well. I know you guys have been waiting weeks and weeks and weeks. We've got brand new pens, we've got brand new stamps as well. I'm also, going to be, of course, joined by a very special guest. Leanne is here with me in the studio. How are you, Leanne? Leanne, they're keeping us apart.
They are keeping us apart, Joe. I can't believe it's been over a week, I think, since we were together last. And I'm going to write a post-it note to management because it's just not on. It's not on, it's not cricket, and it's not right. I can't cope. I need my regular twice weekly 4 shows, Joe Fix, or I just can't function in life, really. I can't.
We need to get that in our contracts, I think.
We do. Let's get it signed. If they're up for renewal, let's get that written into the small print.
Loads coming up today. Why are you so excited about these brand new illustrators, Leanne?
Oh my word, because for the first time, we've got some little collections together, which makes it really easy for you. If you have struggled up to now, or if you've been watching Illustrator and thinking, I just don't know, and I'm still not convinced about picking the right colours and getting them to work together, these little packs of 4 that we've got for you take all of the effort out of that, because they really are focused on colouring specific types of images in a particular style, and I'm going to show you how that is transferable across many, many different things. And it's just going to take the effort out of it. It's going to give you the confidence to just have a go with all of the images that we've got on the show today, but any images that you've got at home too. And I actually think it's a nice, easy way of easing yourself into some alcohol colouring, actually, with these little packets where you've got little groups of colours, because you get a nice range of colours and you get them grouped, and then you can just colour something in with it. Really, I think it's really very, very clever for those of you who might have been sitting on the fence up to now. If you haven't been sitting on the fence and you love your alcohol markers, this is just a brilliant way of broadening your stash.
Absolutely, and loads that you're going to be able to do with these. They are in brand new configurations as well. Lots of you chatting away already this morning. Stacey says, oh, Colour Me Excited. I think that's what we need to call this show, not Colour Me Happy, Colour Me Excited. Good morning, crafty friends from Seattle, Washington. Here it is dark, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. That is good going. I'm usually getting in rather than getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning, but Stacey. I can see Barbie's here as well. Morning all, says June, and loads of you saying hello. Don't forget as well about the free download. We always bring you a free download every single Friday. www.crafterscompanion.co.uk/colour-me-happy. That's a slash, that's a hyphen, don't get confused. You can colour along. We love it when you send us. Do you want to just reiterate that for me there, Leanne?
Yeah. /hyphen.
Fantastic, thanks. We love it when you colour along with us on a Friday morning as well, and you can get your pictures into us, or we love receiving them. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. You can see the details are just there. So send us in your pictures. We would love to see them. Before I go through these new products that are on the show, do you fancy showing us some of the things we're going to be able to achieve with them, Leanne?
Absolutely. And I've just picked a little handful of favourites, and there's so many favourites. We're going to have a real good look at some samples today with Illustrator markers. But these just are the few things that I've picked up for you. Look at the colour, the depth, the vibrancy, the texture, the movement on the fur of that fox. You're going to be able to get the stamp, but you're also going to be able to achieve that with a set of these pens. You can see here he is, or she is. I call him he, and he's got a pink bow. Who cares? The little Shih Tzu, absolutely gorgeous. I just wanted to show you this because look at the depth and the movement you've got on those petals of those flowers. Exquisite. With Illustrator, effortless. And you can see there the little fox again, just in a little set of different colours. The hair, again, the movement, the texture, unbelievable. That's what you're going to be able to do with your Illustrator. And then look at that. That is just classy personified, and that's with our vintage collection that you've got there. Will give you this beautiful look on that rose. You can get beautiful ombres between colours like we've got on that butterfly. I'm going to show you that. Look at her with her flesh and the movement in her wings and her hair and her dress. You're going to be able to do that as well. And then this one I just adore. That back view of her back with the skin tones there, and then her hair cascading. I mean, this stamp was modelled on me, Joe.
And you could even, if you could, maybe with these, are they good for hair as well?
Oh, yes, fantastic.
Because if that was my back, you'd be needing to add a bit of hair in there, I think. So you could even do my back. And maybe a few rolls as well. Great for adding a bit of, dimension, a bit of extra texture.
Yeah, mine too.
I want to run you through these brand new 4-packs. Now, as Leanne said, the reason they are in 4-packs is it means that you're going to be able to, rather than having to get maybe 6 or 12 in a colour family that work together, we've cherry-picked some colours, so they mean that you can take the 4 here on the verdant, for instance, and you can do some lovely floral themes. You could take the fireys here, and you could do a really lovely sunset, for instance. So they're organised in a way that's very, very easy, that's really, really accessible as well. So there you are, Spectrum Noir Illustrator 4-pack complete bundle is on your screen. £75 if you're in the UK, $112 if you're in the US. You're saving over 30% on them as well, which is fantastic. They're a brand new launch. You've not seen them anywhere in this configuration. In here, you've got delicate, vintage, verdant, fiery, aquatic, natural, stylish, basics, essentials, and your botanicals as well. Now, if you wanted to go for them individually, they're all available individually. However, you get the best saving when you get them all together. $9.99 if you're in the UK, $14.95 if you're in the US, and you can get any two for £17 or $25. So I think a lot of you maybe have already got our tri-blends or our classics, and you thought that maybe illustrators, because they are the top of the tree, are maybe just a little bit out of your price range. These are fantastic because it means that they're accessible to absolutely everyone. As a complete collection, they work beautifully because they are arranged in those colour families as well, which is fantastic. Right, we've got some brand new stamps for you on the show as well. I'm going to bring these in and show them to you. Now, these have all been designed to work beautifully with all of your alcohol markers, but specifically your illustrators is what these are designed for. You're not going to get them in this packaging, by the way. You'll get them in lovely Crafter's Companion packaging, which is great. So you've got the this one here, which is the hair. You've then got the field. Is that a field? No, that's not a mouse, is it? That's not a mouse. Hang on, let me get this right. You've then got the field mice, which is this one just here. Love that you've got some extra elements that you could easily fussy cut and decoupage up onto there as well. The next one you've got is the catitude. Kids got a catitude. Is that one there? Then the next one we've got here is pause for foot. That is the Shih Tzu. We're going to have to refer to them as them, they, rather than him, she, I think, because we just get ourselves in all sorts of trouble with this one. You've got some fresh florals in here as well. Lovely. Loads of sunflowers. You can make these into those sunflowers behind you quite easily, Leanne, I'm thinking. And you've got then as well, you've got this little chap here who's the fabulous fox. $24.95, $34.75. You get them all together in this configuration. You get one free, which is fantastic. Great to work with your illustrators. They are on a delayed dispatch. So it's basically like your opportunity to pre-order them, really, is the best way to think about it. So these will be dispatched on the 8th of July, along with anything else that you order. Make sure you've got your names on those. I know they are very, very busy. $24.95, $34.75 if you want to go for those. I want to give you a heads up on some other stuff that is on the show as well, because if you go across to the website, it is absolutely jam-packed full of great stuff. So $24.95, $34.75 for those. Remember, you can use your Club Inspired discount on absolutely anything in this show. We've got a great Molly Harrison collection here. 7 Molly Harrison stamps for you. Again, these work beautifully with your illustrators. $48.95 or $73 if you would like to go for those. A little bit later in the show, we'll be touching on the Colour Blend pencils. Always incredibly busy whenever we bring these to you. This is great because it's a really comprehensive bundle. It's a chance for you to get all 4 collections. It gives you 96 pencils total, $74.97, $104.85. You can use your Club Inspired discount there, of course, as well. We've got some rocker blocks because, let's face it, colouring often means stamping, and it's great to have something that's going to enable you to get that really clean, clear, crisp stamp every single time that you use it. We've also got the storage trays. These are the universal ones, so these are going to work beautifully for your illustrators, your classics, all of those different styles. $15.99 or $19 gets you 6 trays of those, which is fantastic. Loads of you are still commenting along. I'd love to know if you've got any questions whatsoever for Leanne. She's the queen of colouring, so whilst we've got her here, let's make the most of it. Loads of you are saying hi as well, so any questions, make sure you get them. People turning in from all over, from Lexington to Ipswich to Devon to Tennessee. We really are a very international community here. Don't forget about those pictures as well. Studio at crafterscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send them in. There you are. Right, Leanne, over to you. I'm going to trawl through these comments. There's already hundreds of comments coming in.
Wow, I can't wait. I'm really excited. First things first, it's here, the Shih Tzu. Oh my word.
Can you spell Shih Tzu?
SHITZU.
Is it?
Oh.
Oh, something that definitely wasn't that. I'll Google it and get it written down.
Yeah, I think I might not have spelled it correctly. Never mind. Rewind. That didn't happen. The Shih Tzu is here and absolutely beloved by you all. And you have been desperate to get your hands on this cute little dog ever since I started demonstrating to show you the illustrators and how they work. So first things first, as with alcohol markers, I've got a piece of card down onto my glass mat so that I'm not colouring direct onto the glass mat. I always tell you that's incredibly important so that it wicks your ink when you don't get bleeding. Then I've got my piece that I'm going to stamp onto and then I'm going to ink this up. So I'm inking this up with my Finesse alcohol proof ink pad. Really important when you're using your alcohol markers to stamp with an appropriate ink pad so that the ink doesn't bleed.
We've got some of those on the show today as well. Go check out the website if you want to grab some of those.
Fantastic, that's good. And we've got some great colours as well. And I'm using the Noir Black here just so you can see it really easily when I'm colouring. But actually my favourite 2 colours are Flagstone and Pebble because they're not as harsh as a solid black line. It just gives it a little bit more soft, artistic, realistic feel for me. So that they're my 2 go-to colours, Pebble and Flagstone. Right, so I'm just inking this up. And these are photopolymer stamps, Joe. So they are exceptionally high quality. You will get beautiful crisp stamped lines with them. It is the premium when it comes to clear stamps, having a photopolymer clear stamp, because you get...
Did you give it a sniff?
I did give it a sniff when you were having a chat before.
Fantastic.
And they do smell, I'd be like that. And they were saying to me, you're smelling your stamps again, and I'm just checking it definitely is photopolymer. It says it is on the packet, but I was having a little sniff to make sure. One of our fabulous viewers taught me that tip, Joe. I never knew it before. I'm trying to remember the lady's name. It'll come back to me in a minute when I'm not having seen you.
That Shih Tzu is flying out, by the way.
Is it?
I know so many people were waiting for so long. We were getting so many questions, weren't we, week on week about that Shih Tzu, that it is now flying out the door. No surprises there.
No surprises at all. And brilliant that it's available for you. And just get it, because you can practice your brush flicking, your illustrator techniques with this image better than any other image, in my opinion. It's why I use it every time to explain to you how illustrators work and how easy they are to use. You're going to be able to do exactly this at home yourself. So I'm actually going to use the natural pen set that's coming to you on the show for this one. So I'm using natural, and the 4 colours in here that I've got are, where's my glasses? Here they are here. I just need to get my spectacles on so I can read them. A GB2, a BO4, which is a bright orange 4, a Cocoa, which is an EB3, and an Apricot, which is a TN3. So there's 3 colours in a kind of, in a theme, rather than in the colour family as we would normally bring it to you. But this shows you how colours in a theme can also use. And also, actually, guys, I've just had an idea.
Oh, what's this?
If you've already got your illustrators and you've wondered about, when I start to put colours from different families together, where I don't use all of the DRs 1, 2, 4, 6 to do something, where I start going one of those colours, one of ombres and colours that are in the same kind of family or spectrum but not exactly in the running order. This is going to be great to teach you how they always go together and actually give you them already organised. You don't even have to work it out yourself. And you can just start practicing with different little collections. Takes you on another part of the journey. That's a really good idea. So I've got my 4 pens here, and we're going to start with the lightest colour. So I'm going to start with my caramel, my GB2. Now, the Illustrator marker is fantastic because it has on one side a vinyl polymer, high quality Japanese brush nib. Really exceptional quality, beautiful fine flicking on that. And on the other side, you've got this really fine bullet nib that you can see there, which allows you to get into tiny detail, which we're going to do when we come to do the ribbon and the bow in the Shih Tzu's hair. Now, just before I get onto the Shih Tzu, I'm just going to take my pen at the side here and show you what I mean about fabulous flicking with an Illustrator marker. And when you are doing your flicking, this is what I want you to do at home. You're going to anchor your hand on your paper. You're going to hold your pen and you're not going to lift your hand off. Your hand is going to stay down. And when your hand stays down, you're then just going to use your fingers to do your flicking. So I'm doing here practice strokes, doing my flicking, and my wrist, my hand here, this piece of my hand is staying firmly on the paper. That gives me control and allows me to get all of this beautiful flicking, which I'm going to be using for my Shih Tzu. Once we've done this, if we then want to extend our flicking a bit more, you can take your hand up, and when you take your hand up and you move your pen, what you get is much bigger flicks. If you hold your pen further up, you get broader flicks. Angle your pen, broader flicks again. So depending on what you're colouring, be it a large image, a small image, whether you want tiny detailed flicks for fur or big sweeping soft lines for smooth texture, you can achieve it with this marker effortlessly.
All the colours, can you?
Every
in
single
all
colour.
of the collections, they all work like this.
Every single one, exactly the same. So let's get on with applying that little technique that we've just looked at straight to the little Shih Tzu here. So I'm just going to start from the bottom of his paw, and you can see I'm using the same technique I showed you. My hand is firmly placed on the table and I've just flicked up for texture on his paw there. I'm going to
Sean wants to know, Leanne, if we're having a competition, say who can say Shih Tzu the most. I don't think we're having a competition to say who can say Shih Tzu the most, do you?
Absolutely not. That's the kind of dog I'm colouring. That's the type of animal when I come to do the fox, I'll say fox equally as many times, I promise you.
As you've said Shih Tzu?
Yes.
Wonderful.
I will. And then, so you see, all I'm doing is flicking upwards and I'm flicking down. So I turn it on its head, a full 180 degrees, and then I flick in the opposite direction. What that does is allow me to preserve my highlights in the centre. And then I take my next colour, and so I'm going to go now with the next darkest, which is the apricot, and that's my TN3, and I'm going to do exactly the same. So I'm just doing my flicks, and I vary the length of my flick depending, so the reason I vary the length of my flick, let me just clarify that for you, is so that I get a more natural feel to the texture in the fur, so that it's not just a straight line, and then rotate it 180 degrees.
Oh, you know what we need, don't you? We need that rotating project board back in stock, don't we? We'll try and get that back in stock as much as we can. Lots of questions about colours.
Okay,
are these new colours? No, they're not new colours. And a lot of people are asking, Leanne, about colours that they may already have and what colours these are. What advice have you got for people to sort of check the colours?
Okay, so I would say on our website, it'll tell you the colours in the pack. It'll spell that out for you. So go and have a little check if you want to. However, you know, I would, so these are colours that you're going to use a lot of. So these are the most popular types of colours, I think. And so if you still like these in these little sets of 4, what this does, if you put them in a wallet, is make this all portable for you. So you've got your full set of illustrators at home, and then you've got a portable set of illustrators to take out with you if you want. You can do that. But then it also just gives you an extra one if you've got some of the colours that you've got, so that when that runs out, you've got another pen to use. And for me, it's the education, Joe. It's the grouping of the colours in these sets, which help very much in understanding how to start and put colours from different families together. And that is what I'm loving doing with them at the moment, and why I personally invested in them. Because you can see here, I'm getting this lovely kind of ready, I mean, this is very fox coloured actually as well. This kind of ready, russety colour to this little dog by just using 4 entirely different colours from a collection. And I'm just doing the same thing, flicking it on, and then going through the colours from the lightest to the darkest.
Laura would like to know, are the metallic pens considered to be alcohol inks, or are they a water-based ink?
Yep, alcohol markers are very definitely not an alcohol ink. They are a water-based pigment with liquid metal in. Alcohol markers are a alcohol-based dye, not a pigment. So a man-made dye, because a pigment does not suspend in an alcohol solution.
Wonderful. Mary would like to know, what's the best paper to colour on?
So the best paper to colour on is exactly what I'm using here, and that is either the Crafter's Companion marker card, where you get a full pad full of the correct cardstock to use, or Nina card, which we also sell on our website for alcohol colouring. And the last time we did an alcohol show, actually, I showed you the 10-second test, didn't I, to show you why.
You did.
It was important to have the right card. I can absolutely do that for you again. As soon as we've coloured this little dog in, this little Shih Tzu in, then I will do the 10-second test for you and show you why.
Wonderful.
So it's very important that you have the right colour cardstock.
Ray, one of our regulars on Facebook, she's got a Shih Tzu.
Oh,
maybe you could send us a picture, Ray. We'd love to see.
Yes.
We'd love to see your Shih Tzu, Ray. You can send us a picture of it to studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. If you want to get your hands on your very own little Shih Tzu, then you can do that right now. He is in stock, but he is very, very busy individually, and also that new collection of stamps are proving very busy as well. I think if you want the Shih Tzu individually, you're going to probably have to order sooner rather than later. I would say it's very, very busy there. Lots of questions still about colours, and what colours, are they new colours, or what colours you already have, or what bundles you bought. What I would say is the best thing you can do, go across to our website, you will see the colours listed that are in these bundles. Cross-check those with the colours that you already have at home. That is the best way to understand whether or not you have these colours. They are a new configuration in these 4 packs. They're all available individually as well, and you can get 2 for £17 or $25 if you'd rather get them like that. So this really, Leanne, then is really a great opportunity for a lot of people to complete their collection now that we're bringing them to you in these 4 packs, rather than having to go and buy them individually, which would cost more.
Absolutely, Joe. It's a really good deal. And for me, you know, I've said it before, I'll say it again. It is about the education and the grouping of the colours, which is taking you on your journey of alcohol colouring, so that you can start to feel more confident about confident, that's the word I'm looking for, about putting colours together that are not in the same family. And I'm using 4 entirely different colours from 4 entirely different families here, but getting a very beautiful look and feel and the texture of the fur on the little Shih Tzu here.
I think he's looking gorgeous. I think it needs a name. Let us know. Maybe, whether you've got a Shih Tzu or you haven't got a Shih Tzu, maybe. There's quite a lot of little animal friends, isn't there, in this collection? Maybe you could send us pictures of all of your animal friends, whether they are... Maybe you're the crazy fox lady, like my friend Leonie, that feeds the foxes. Or you've got a cat, or a rabbit, or even a little puddy cat in there. So send us pictures of your animals. You can do that. Email address is down there, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send them into. And if anyone's colouring along, then definitely send us in photos. I just looked down and Sarah said, Joe and Leanne, I'm enjoying a Bailey's whilst watching you. And I thought, well, it's early here, a bit early. I thought, I'll consult the wall of clocks. It's 11:25 almost in the UK, and I was thinking, right, well, it's a bit early there. And I thought, okay, Europe's in front of us. It's still only just after lunchtime in Europe. It's 3:30 in the morning on the West Coast. I thought maybe she's just getting in, she's having a nightcap. Maybe that's what it is. Or it's 6:30 on the East Coast. And then I realised Sarah actually lives in Australia, and it's evening time, so she's more than entitled to a glass of Bailey's. Joe is secretly trying to win by saying Shih Tzu the most. He's a sneak, says Cindy Sue. Sarah says it's 8:20 in the evening, so we don't need to worry about that. Stacey's asking a question, Leanne, about Nina, tan-coloured Nina cardstock. Do you remember such a thing?
I do. That was our Nina Desert Storm cardstock, and I do believe we still have that on our website, Nina Desert Storm, and it allows you to colour. I have got a sample in here somewhere, which I'll find for you later. I'll have a little rummage through my samples when we're having a a look later on. I've got, oh, here it is. Found it. This was the colour of the Nila Desert Storm. So you see, it's a bit like craft card in colour, but it's got the same smooth appearance that you need for your alcohol colouring.
How will alcohol markers work on a craft cardstock, Leanne? Or is it a no-no?
On a regular craft cardstock, it's one of my no-nos because...
In the Law Court of Leanne?
In the Law Court of Leanne, and we've all signed up to the Law Court of Leanne, haven't we? I mean, we just, honestly, we're avid followers. You can, there's nothing to stop you, but it will suck the ink out of your marker because it is very porous. It's not smoothly milled. So
I guess you should be careful if you are colouring in things like colouring books with these, or anything you've bought.
Anything you've bought.
Do you think about the texture of that paper, whether it's going to drink that ink in or not?
It really is. I think what we'll do is, then, because you can see how this is coming together, can't you, with these little flicks? I think we could pause colouring this little guy in. Have we got any names coming in? And then I could show you the 10-second test if you like.
Oh, let's go for that 10-second test.
Should we do it?
Carol's got 5 chihuahuas and a Labrador. She loves her dog so much. Would love chihuahua stamps. It would be nice to get to have a dog set of all toy dogs. Maybe we could have a stamp set of just all dogs, Leanne, and then another one that was like all cats, maybe.
That would be nice, wouldn't it? I think it might be actually quite popular, you know.
Maybe we could have it. Maybe it could be the dogs of Crafters Companions. So maybe they could be pictures of everyone's dogs that work here. Wouldn't that be a nice idea? You could have your two. I
could have my little Minnie and Tink.
Yeah.
My little Minnie and Tink.
And maybe a viewer could send us in pictures. We run a competition and get their dog to join our family as well.
Actually, we could do a little competition.
Do you think it's a good idea?
I do think it's a good idea. We could. I keep showing you my roots. Sorry. I think that would be a marvellous idea.
Okay. I'll leave it with you because I know you're the sort of person. You're the one that gets these things off the ground.
Yes,
so I'll just
leave it with me. Right.
Consider that seed planted.
That seed is well and truly planted, and I will be sending some emails to action it as well very soon. Now, I just want to show you the fine bullet tip, why that is so incredibly useful. Because look, having the little fine ribbon around the neck here, having your fine bullet tip allows you to get into all of that fine detail. I love that for that reason. If you try and do little bits of fine detail like this with a brush tip, it doesn't end happily, to be honest.
Which was the colour pack you were using here? Just a couple of questions about that, Leanne.
Right, for the Shih Tzu, I was using natural. And then I just picked I pinched a pink out of Botanical to do the ribbon and the bow.
Out of which one, sorry?
Botanical.
Botanical. So natural and botanical. If you want to colour the Shih Tzu in this fashion, you're going to get a couple of these. Natural and botanical would be the two that you would go for, which is fantastic. Pretty much so everyone so far, Leanne, going for the whole collections, which is fantastic.
Yeah, makes absolute sense. Now, I would spend a little bit more time on his face, but I'm not going to because I'm going to show you the 10-second test. But you can see, and I forgot his tail. Never mind. But you can see how that comes together quite quickly, doesn't it? And it gives them lots of texture, lots of character. That beautiful flick that you get with that brush nib gives you the brilliant movement that you need in the fur.
Wonderful.
Now, I'm just going to grab a piece of random. I'm going to get a nice pink. And I'm going mooching underneath here in my stash of card. I'm going to get a piece of random stamping card. And I'm going to see if I've got a bit of watercolour card here as well.
Loads of people talking about their doggies as well. Someone saying they'd like to get a Beecham Frise stamp set. Sam McDonald says she's got 4 dogs, 2 Westies, a Westie Poo and a Shih Tzu. A Westie Poo and a Shih Tzu. How fabulous do they sound? Whose is this one? Should we have one little doggy pitch before we do this test? Whose is this? Oh, is that yours, producer Laura? He looks like he's just seen a sausage or something in that photo there.
Yeah, he's sticking his tongue out.
He really is.
What's his name?
What was his name? Missy. Her name.
Her name.
Wonderful. Whose is this one? Samantha. That is Samantha, or is that Samantha's dog? Okay. Samantha sounds like a very grown-up name for a dog. Beautiful little doggy. Oh, look at this one. This one's from, is it Terry Lee sent this one in? Oh, that's a doggy smile and a half, isn't it?
That's a Pekingese.
That's a what?
A Pekingese.
Pekingese
Terrier. My mum used to have a Pekingese Terrier.
So
when
cute.
She was small.
Oh, keep getting those in. We love seeing them.
Yeah.
Right, Leanne, the 10-second test.
10-second test. Right, we're going to do it with the brush tip, and then we're going to do it with the bullet tip so you can see. But we'll see. We'll do it. So first things first, I've got a variety of cards here, and the first thing I'm going to do my 10-second test on is my Nina cardstock, okay? So if I use my Nina and I just put my brush tip down, and then I'm going to count to 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so there's the size of my dot on my Nina card, okay? Then I'm going to take my piece of stamping card beside it and do exactly the same thing. And I know it's a little bit boring watching me count to 10 seconds, but you'll get the idea. And so this next one, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can you see the difference in the size of the dot? Hang on,
really
I've hit the dot. There. Look at the difference in size. This is because this stamping card, as your regular craft card would do, is sucking the ink out of the pen and spreading it in the fibres of the card, which means that it just wastes the ink in your pen. And also, hang on, trying to count to 10 and talk. There we go. So that's not quite as bad as the stamping card, but it's not as good as the Nina. And then we've got our watercolour card here. Let's do the same thing. I'm going to count to 10 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's actually worst out of all of them. And you would think so, because it needs to be very porous to work with watercolour techniques. So there's our 10-second dot test. And this shows you why I always say marker card or Nina card, because it doesn't suck the ink like capillary action. It doesn't suck the ink out of your marker and spread it out in the fibres of the card. It just stays where you put it, so that when you're doing your colouring, you don't get all of that ink bleeding outside of the stamped line. And if you are suffering with bleeding outside of your stamped line, it's because you're not using the right cardstock, or you're not colouring onto some waste or scrap paper. So really important that you have a finely milled, non-porous, not fluffy cardstock to colour on with your alcohol markers. And you can even do this at home and test yourself whether a piece of card's going to be good for you to use or not, because you only want tiny little dots after 10 seconds. Does that
Fantastic.
help? It
does help indeed. Leanne is looking very school mistressy with her glasses. Perfect for our colouring lesson, says Anna Marie. A lot of you say Laura's dog is playing with bubbles. See the upper corner of the pic, my tongue, why the tongue was out. So cute, says Cindy Sue. A lot of people asking, are these pens different colours? They are not different colours in the range. I'll be quite honest with you, it's very rare that with a colour, with any of our Spectrum Rail ranges, that we add new colours. That very, very rarely happens. These are new configurations. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you back through these as well. Now, all available individually for you as well. So this one here, this is your Delicate, and in here you've got your Portrait Pink, you've also got your Cream, your Tea Rose and your Rose Blush. They are great for doing very fair skin tones, is what you're going to be able to achieve with these ones. You've got the Vintage here. Now the Vintage contains the Wisteria, the Linen, the Old Rose and the Dusty Purple there, as you can see. Again, great for maybe more vintagey project, as the name would suggest. The next one we have here for you is the Verdant. Now the Verdant is your busiest individually. If you've got your eye on going for the Verdant on its own or as part of the 2-4, I would say you need to go for that sooner rather than later. Remember, this is our brand new launch of these today. It's a world launch, in fact, today here on Crafters TV. In here you've got Aquamarine, Teal, Meadow and Emerald in that one there for you. And the next one we have is this one just here. Now this is your Fieries. This is going to be great for those sunset scenes, those fires. Lovely, great for doing things like terracotta pots with these as well. You've got Coral, Mimosa. Oh, I love a Mimosa. I'll tell you a story about mimosas later, actually. Vanilla and Dark Coral. Then, oh, I got me stand caught. There we are. This one is your Aquatic, and in here you have got your Mint Blue, your Blue Turquoise, your Periwinkle. What is a periwinkle? And true blue as well.
Periwinkle is a flower.
Ah, okay. Always wondered. You've then got your naturals. Now, this is what Leanne coloured her Shih Tzu in with. This is apricot, burnt orange, caramel and cocoa in there as well. The next one we have is Stylish. And this one is ice grey. So 2 different shades of, actually 3 different shades of ice grey within this one. And then you've got that cherry red in there as well. It's great for doing more sort of muted illustration. I guess that's the word for it that I'm looking for. I'm not sure. Surely Anne's got a better word than that. This one is your basics as well. So I think everyone should have this one in their basket. It's poppy canary, denim and deep pink in that one. Now, the next one we've got for you is this one here. This is your essentials. Now, in your essentials, you've got your blender, so it's great to get this. The blender's such a useful tool. Surely Anne will take us through that as we go through the show. You've got true black, and then you've got 2 brown greys. You've got brown grey 2 and brown grey 6 in there. And then finally, in this one here, you've got your botanicals. This was also the one that Leanne used to colour in the Shih Tzu. You've got dandelion, fuchsia, forest pink, and pink violet as well. However, the best way to get the best value, as always, is to go for the big collection, because when you get them all together, they should be in the UK $99.90. However, we're taking that down to £75 today, so you're saving 10p short of £25. In the US, should be looking at £149.50. They're $112 today, so you're saving over $35 when you do that. Club Inspire Platinum members in the UK, you'll get another £15 off of this. You'll get $22.40 extra off if you're a Club Inspire Platinum member in the US as well. Very, very busy on these. Remember, they are a brand new launch. I need to let you know that of our brand new world launch stock, a fifth of the stock, 20% now of the stock of those has sold out and gone. I'll take you through the stamps in just a minute. I can see a lot of you have got these pens in your basket. So what I'm going to do is give you a moment to check out. If you want to watch and shop at the same time here at Crafters TV, it's very easy to do so. Here's all the details. Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now, if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. Just gorgeous. Just talking there about how great my hair looked. Tuesday, Leanne. Tuesday. This coming Tuesday, I get my hair cut. They emailed me today to let me know it's definitely happening. Very, very excited. No beard trims though, you know. No beard trims at all.
Well, you can understand that, can't you? Because you've got to have a mask on, haven't you, in the salon, so they're not going to be able to lift it up and get in. I'm sure you can do your
I've been doing it at home. I don't think it looks too bad. Do you?
No, it looks very good, actually.
Get my clippers on it at home. I just need this bit sorted and we'll be great.
Very nice.
Right, loads of you sending in pictures of your animal friends at home. I want to run you through this brand new collection of stamps that we've got here. No prizes for guessing which one is going to be the busiest one, of course. This is the hare that you've got here. Is it called the hare or is it called... No, it is called the hare. What is the difference between a hare and a rabbit? That's what I want to know. Discuss.
Oh, well, a rabbit is a rabbit and a hare is a hare. They're 2 different animals.
What is the difference between a weasel and a stoat?
One's a weasel, one's a stoat.
One is weaselly recognised whilst the other is totally different.
Oh,
hey! I know. I know. You waited a week for that, didn't you? You got the mice in here, which is fantastic. We've also then got as well our little puddy cats in there as well. Your little furry friends there too. This one here is that gorgeous Shih Tzu that we've got here. I feel like the Shih Tzu needs a name. I would think it would have quite a regular, boring adult name like Barry or something like that. You've then got your sunflowers here as well, and you've got there too your foxy friend. Hey, foxy friend. Now, if you buy, they're all available individually. If you want to get them individually, you're more than welcome to. If you are buying them individually, the Shih Tzu is the one that you're going to have to be really, really fast for, because that one is the busiest one individually. However, of the main collection as well, I need to let you know that a fifth of the stock, 20% of the big stock, has sold out and gone. I look like I'm moving out now over here, don't I? I look like I'm boxing up to move house. Let me see what's happening in the comments here. Oh, my beard looks good, apparently, according to according to Melissa, which is fantastic. Debbie says, sorry, late today. She's been watching the F1 practice. Oh, how exciting is that? Loads of you loving these. Barbie says I shouldn't cut my hair. It definitely needs cutting. Maybe if it doesn't need cutting on top, I think it definitely needs cutting at the sides, Barbie, I would say. And also... oh no, Janet says, Craft TV, I'm not able to locate the Desert Storm cardstock on the website. No, we were just saying it was actually Stacey, Janet, that said that she was waiting for it to come back in stock. So it will come back in stock. If you can't find it on the website, we'll give you a shout when we know it's back in stock. Janet, Leanne, joining us all the way from Singapore. I mean, we are really, truly international, aren't we?
Oh my word, I've got a friend in Singapore.
Have you?
Right now, Jonathan.
Have you been to Singapore?
I've never been, but I'd really love to go. But actually, Jonathan works for Craft. He's a friend, but he's also a colleague. He works for us, Crafters Companion, Singapore National, who manages all of our manufacturing in China for us and does all of our quality assurance. And actually, when at Chinese New Year, when he went home to visit his mum, and the mad world situation happened, he got stuck in Singapore. So he's still there now.
Still there now?
Yeah.
Oh, it's lovely. Go for a Singapore sling at Raffles,
Leanne.
Oh,
my favourite cocktail, Joe, in the world. Singapore sling.
Love a Singapore sling. Right, those stamps, very busy. Fifth of the stock gone. The Shih Tzu is the one that you need to be quick for. $24.95, $34.75. More stamps as well. Let me just show you the Molly Harrisons that we've got coming up. These are always so incredibly busy when we bring them to you. They are crying out to be coloured using these brand new illustrated markers. $48.95 or $73 if you want to get them all. They're all available individually for you as well on the website. So go check there too. But of course, best way to get the best value is in the bigger bundle. You're saving over £20 when you get them in that configuration in the UK. Right, keep getting your pictures into us. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk of the things that you're colouring along with us, and also of your animals as well. We'll do more animal pics in a little while, if that's all right. But I'm going to hand you back to Leanne because I can see she's like a coiled spring over there on the other side of the studio.
I am.
That's because we've got pasta van coming for lunch.
Yeah,
that's why we're all so jovial today, you know.
We're having pasta for lunch. It's going to be fabulous. And I won't have had to cook it myself. Yay, fry yay. Right, we're going to have a look now at the delicate set. Because as Joe said, this will allow you to do very pale skin tones. But actually, I think with the natural set, which we'll have a look at, and that was the set I used for the Shih Tzu, I think the natural set will let you do more creamy to dark skin tones too. So you will absolutely be able to use both of these for the different types of skin tones, even though they haven't got that as a name. So we're going to use delicate. And I'm going to start with the lightest colour. I'm keeping them in little boxes of 4 because I'm wanting you to see how the little boxes of 4 work together. Even though those colours don't follow in the same family, the collection of colours work really well. Now then, here we go. So I'll keep putting my roots in. I'm sorry, it's because I need to get over the top when I'm colouring. I'm going to try and keep back. I'm using the lightest colour, which is cream. And this is my FS6. And I'm going to lay this colour down on her skin. Now what I'm doing is I'm going round the perimeter, and I like to show you this because this is showing you how illustrators do not have to be about flicking. It can just be about soft blending as well. So I'm going with the cream onto her skin, and what I'm doing is I'm going around the periphery where it would be in shade, and I'm preserving my highlight, which is my lightest areas at the top of her arm and in the centre of her face, because where the light would hit is the front of her face, that is further forward, and the top of her arm. So I'm applying my light colour like that, and it's just with the brush tip, just stroking it on to the surface of the card. And honestly, if you've used bullet markers, they're great, our classics, our tri-blend, etc. As soon as you get an illustrator in your hand and you feel how smooth it is to stroke that colour on, you're going to be converted, I promise you. Now the next colour I'm going to use here is my FS3. And if you want to check the colours, what I do is I just colour off to make sure that I'm going to pick the right colour. And sometimes with my little sets of 4, what I'll do is I'll colour off onto my scrap set just to see what all of those colours are like. And then that helps me decide which colours I'm going to use. So I'm picking up my Portrait Pink here, which is the next colour in for this skin collection. And then just around where I stroked in the first colour for the cream, the first lightest colour, I'm now going back over with this Portrait Pink, and I'm just going into the darker areas on her face, or around where there would be shadow from her hair, shadow under the fringe line here, little shadow on top of her ear, leaving it lighter at the end because the light's going to be hitting here. I'm going to have a little bit of shadow under her eyes there. There is going to be shadow under her neck. So you see I'm just putting in all of the dimension. There's going to be shadow down the back of her arm. And the reason I put the light colour on first is wet ink blends so much more easily and effectively than a dry card. So that first layer of ink just gives me the first little bit of moisture to start building that shade in. Look how fabulous that is starting to look. And honestly, you do not have to be skilled for this. You can see I'm talking the whole while and I'm just stroking colour onto the card because of the superior quality vinyl polymer Japanese brush nib and the formulation of our ink. And let me just tell you, as I start to add some more of this colour on, I'm just tell you what I'm going to do and then I'll explain to you. I'm just taking that second colour with the first colour that I put on and I'm just blending it out a little bit further into my preserved highlight is what I'm doing. You can see me doing that there. So,
you've definitely got an invite to Singapore, Leanne.
Have I?
Janet says hello from hello from Singapore. Come, Leanne.
Oh my word, I would love to,
you
honestly.
You can go and do the night safari, which is wonderful at the zoo. It's brilliant. You could go to the top of that hotel and overlook the infinity pool and have a lovely little cocktail up there. Oh, go to the Chinese. I'll stop. It's great. You're gonna have a lovely time when you go.
That sounds amazing. It sounds absolutely fantastic. Now, look how natural and beautiful her skin is looking, and the shade I've got on there, really 3D, completely and utterly effortless because of the pens that we've put together in the pack. Now I'm going to pick up my rose blush now, and I'm just going to add a little bit of extra colour to her cheeks. I'm going to give her a little bit of a rose blush, and you'll see I'm doing that in a kind of a triangle shape. And then what I do is I immediately take my lightest colour and I just soften those edges, blur those edges out into the rest of her skin tone, and she gets just a beautiful natural glow on her cheeks, and it's completely effortless. What I'm going to do is just add a little bit more depth in her skin with this collection, and take it round there, and we'll just keep going round with that there. It's no problem. It's like giving that natural glow to her skin, just making her look very, very healthy. But it gives that lovely shade between the light and the dark that you can see there. And then if I just bring that down the back of her arm, and I've gone now with, this is with the tea rose colour, the Coral 2 that I've got here. And you can see by building it up just slowly with little bits, starting with the lightest and then keep adding a little bit more in here and there where you feel you need a bit more shade and a bit more that's the word I was looking for. I was struggling, I was having a senior moment. Luminosity to her skin. Look how this is coming together. And this is just with those 4 pens in that collection, which was in the Delicate collection, and not even in the same colour family, but look at how easy and how beautiful that is. And with the final swipe, you just go over your preserved highlight, and that keeps the light where the light needs to be. So that's her skin. It's a bit
mystical, doesn't it? I love it.
Isn't it lovely? I mean, the overall effect, brilliant name for the set. The overall effect is Delicate.
Delicate.
Yeah, and that's what we call that little 4 pen set there, Delicate. It looks
wonderful.
Gorgeous.
Debbie Holiday saying, when I was younger, I lived in Singapore, and then for my 50th, her mum and husband took her back. She loved it. She had afternoon tea at Raffles. Yum. Oh. Can't wait. A few things I'm looking forward to when we get back to the new normal, Leanne. Spa days and afternoon tea. Oh, yes.
Afternoon tea.
Laura in Stamford is watching. I know she loves a spa day and an afternoon tea as well. Lots of you talking about all the dog pics you've been sending in. We'll get to those as well. Did I miss Leanne colouring in the Shih Tzu, says Susan. You did. She did it at the start of the show. Don't worry, though. You can always go and watch it back at a later date. Carolyn's having a barbecue later. She loves all things cooked on the barbecue. I don't think you're alone there. Not really barbecue ever here in the northeast, though, is it, Leanne?
It really is not barbecue.
Have you seen the forecast for next week?
Sorry?
Have you seen the forecast for next week?
Oh, it's
doesn't
rubbish.
get over 20 degrees again next week.
It's rubbish. And do you know what? I'm going to be in the Lake District. I'm going to be in the Lake District in the rain, Joe. But do you know what? I'm going. I am going to sit in my caravan in the rain in the Lake District.
Doing some crochet.
Doing some crochet.
Lovely.
I'm crocheting a rug at the minute, Joe.
A rug?
A rug.
Ooh, with what sort of yarn?
That, you know, the hooked stuff that we sell on our website.
The t-shirt stuff?
The t-shirt stuff.
Oh, can you send me can you share the pattern with me? Because I've got some of that and I need to do I want to do a rug. We need a rug at Purple Towers at the house up here.
Yeah, we definitely do. Oh dear.
We need a rug there,
rug then. Do you see what I'm doing here? I'm correcting an error. So I was doing her lovely blonde hair and I came out of the line with a little bit of the darker blonde. And all I've gone now is to my little essentials set down here. The which set's that? What's it called? I'm checking for you. Yes, essentials. Went to my essentials set, got my blender pen. And what I've done is push the mistake. See, I pounce on it, Joe. So I don't actually colour. And what I'm actually doing is pushing the colour through the card. It goes through all of the layers of card and onto my blotted piece. And means my error has gone now. Now, look here. This is using two colours from the same colour set that I used to do the Shih Tzu. And I'm using the caramel and the apricot and just layering these two colours up, but flicking. Look at the beautiful, dark, warm blonde colour I'm getting on her hair. And that's just using two of those from that set. Then
if she hadn't had her roots done, Leanne, you could go back in.
Yeah.
You know, if she hasn't made it to the hedge, you go back in with the essentials.
Yeah.
Because you've got true black, brown grey and brown grey in there as well. So you could go and add those in. Give her the lockdown look.
Well, like my look, honestly. It's terrible.
Like everyone's look at the moment, I think.
Honestly, really bad. But look, I can just layer that up. And I've got lovely highlight in her hair. I've got light parts. I've got darker parts. She's got the lovely golden blonde. She's got the caramel look in there. Just by using the little flicks, she's got a lovely colour of hair and matches that lovely delicate skin tone. That's just using two pens out of both of those little sets of four. Now, we can also, there's so much we can do with this, and I could spend the entire 2 hours just colouring her in with these markers and explain to you why these illustrators are amazing. But what I am going to do now, if it's okay with you, Joe, is show you how to ombre some colours through her wings. Is that okay?
Please. I'd love to see that. Keep getting any questions in that you've got as well. Barbie saying, Joe, you and Leanne back later. We're not. When are we back together? Are we back together next Friday?
No, I'm still on holiday next Friday. I think it's I'm in a lot the week after. You're going to be sick of the sight.
So that's we won't see. So I am actually, and then I'm off actually for a few days as well. So I'm hopefully going away if we're allowed. The 13th and the 14th. So maybe the 15th we're back together, I hope. That's quite a long wait for us. That'll be the longest I've not seen you since since lockdown. January, maybe, February.
Absolutely. It's just I
don't know how I feel about that.
I don't well, I'm going to have a word with Mr. C, see if I can finish my holiday and come back early.
Janet says she's going to be your personal guide when you go to Singapore. She says, Joe, you are so familiar with Singapore. I've only been once, but I did really like it. Yes. And June just saying how she loves all of these tutorials that we bring. Remember as well, you can watch them all back. So when was the last illustrator Colour Me Happy? Do you remember, Leanne? Was it about 4 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was about 4 weeks ago, actually. It was a little while ago, definitely.
So you'd be able to get all of these techniques that Leanne's teaching you and then go back and watch that show as well and see all of those ones. So you've got loads and loads of inspiration, haven't you, on pretty much all of our products now on our website, Leanne?
Absolutely. I think there's something for pretty much everything, Joe, which is fantastic. Now let's have a look at this. We're going to do the ombre on the wings. I am thrilled with what she looks like, can I just say, with her skin tone and hair. I'm very, very happy with that. So we're going to have a look at the wings, and I'm using the vintage set because I've gone with that lovely delicate skin and then I've done the lovely blonde hair. I don't want to do too vibrant wings. I want to keep it in a lovely soft feel. So we're going to use these 4 fabulous here, and we've got Wisteria, Linen, Old Rose and Dusty Purple. Just beautiful names as well. And I'm going to do different parts of the wings in different ombres so you can see how it works together. So the first 2 I'm going to use is Linen and Wisteria, and we're going to do flicking again.
Laura from Stanford's been back in touch. She says, love a spa day and champagne afternoon tea, darling, is what she says. Yes, please. Robin, on the other hand, never had a spa day. Robin in Maryland. Robin, we need to fix that. You need to get that sorted out after Italy. Stacey says, Joe, where in Italy are you going? I'm not sure I'm allowed to at the moment, but we will just see and wait and see. But hopefully to Naples. We're not sure yet when and if we're going to be able to travel here in the UK. The other thing I should say is as well, you know, as things get back to normal, obviously we're talking about the situation here right now on the ground in the UK. So we're obviously following all of the guidelines that we have. So if they don't match up with the guidelines where you are, don't panic, but we're all being super, super safe and doing as we're told, aren't we, Leanne? Because otherwise we'd end up, where would we end up? In the law court of Leanne. In the law court of Leanne. And I
Absolutely. Have to tell you, that is not a good law court to be in, because the judge... Can I just tell you, the judge
and jury.
Hang on. She's extremely strict. Now, I've just used 2 of the markers from that vintage collection with soft flicks. You watched me do it while we were chatting. How incredible is that ombre between 2 colours you would not expect to work together, with a cream and a lilac, and how soft and pastel is that?
Love how fast you're able to lay that down as well, Leanne.
Yes, and it's that lovely, Joe, I can't say it enough. It is the absolute quality of this vinyl polymer Japanese brush nib that allows you to do that. Plus, I started talking to you about it earlier and then I stopped. Plus, it is the ink formulation that we have. Now, the ink in our markers is made in the UK.
Oh, really?
Yes. The formulation is UK made, and we ship our ink bases to our manufacturer because we only want the best quality. So you can be confident that you're getting exceptional ink quality in here with the Japanese nib, with the quality of the manufacturer that we use for the moulding, which gives you your air fast, your air tight on your marker so that they're not evaporating. There are many, many markers, alcohol markers out on the marketplace. Some of them have brush nibs. They are not all equal, Joe. They're not all artist quality. Some of those brush nibs are fibrous, and that means that they disintegrate when you colour with them.
Was it you that told me, Leanne, that more money goes into the nibs on these than the whole of the rest of the pen combined?
Yeah,
is that true?
Absolutely, that is true. That one brush nib costs more than the entire rest of the pen.
Wow.
I know. Look at how lovely this is coming together. I mean, I could just stand here and chat to you and do this all day. I'm going to use the other 2 colours in this collection and do a little bit of a variation in her wing. So let's start with Old Rose on this one. I love this colour too. This is like a real vintage pink. Well, obviously this set's called vintage, so it's going to be. But it's like a real vintagey, dusty, beautiful pink. Gorgeous. And look how easy the flicking is. And you'll see the technique I'm using is exactly the same as when we did the Shih Tzu, because I'm not moving my hand from the desktop. And that gives me ultimate control on my markers.
People talking about maybe whacking a bit of clear overlay. Well, not whacking it over, that's a very aggressive term. Going over it with a bit of clear overlay and adding a bit of sparkle to those wings might be a nice idea. Can we use water-based things like clear overlay over the top of alcohol, Leanne? Would that work?
100%, and
Fabulous.
I would actively encourage it.
Wonderful, that's always
yes,
good to know.
It will work beautifully. It really will.
Lynn wants to know what the mimosa story is. I'll tell you before the end of the show. Remind me before the end of the show and I'll tell you. I can't drink mimosas anymore, it's all I'll say. Susan needs a pedicure. She says, I've missed those and my toesies need to be pampered. I need a pedicure desperately. I think it could be an all-day job when I first get back after this lockdown. I think it could be a while yet, though.
Do you know what
hairdressers are open, but not nail places at the moment here in the UK, aren't they?
Yeah. Do you know what I've been doing, Joe? I've been having a transformative time with my Tootsies.
Right.
So I've used lockdown to not. Am I picking the right colour there? Just checking. Yeah. To not nail varnish.
Right.
So I've been leaving the nail varnish off, and I've been using my new Margaret Dabbs foot transformer to try and get there to be lovely little soft tootsies rather than trotters.
If I put much more weight on lockdown, I won't be able to get down to my toes, let alone do anything to them. I'll have to get my socks on at this rate. If this lockdown goes on for the time it's gone on, if it was double the length, I wouldn't be able to get out of the house.
That is so funny.
It's very, very busy across these markets now at the moment. Lots of you talking about them. Maybe the Shih Tzu's name is Mimosa, says Melissa. I'll tell you the Mimosa. So the Mimosa story was, I was in Australia. A friend of mine thought that it would be a very good idea to go for drag brunch. So you go to a place, you have brunch, you watch loads of drag queens lip syncing, running up and down. This was in Melbourne in Australia, and decided that we would have bottomless mimosas. It was only like $30 for 2 or 3 hours of bottomless mimosas. Well, I had a flight the next morning to Sydney to go to Sydney for New Year on my holiday. My flight was booked at 8:15 in the morning. There was a lot of mimosas drunk, Leanne, and I woke up at home at 7:15, and the flight was at 8:15, and my friend left. My friend lived at least an hour from the airport, so no, didn't make it. Missed the flight. Cost me a lot of money because I didn't set my alarm because I had too many mimosas, and now just even the smell of a mimosa. I'm only just even back on orange juice, and this was over a year ago. So yeah. Be careful, drink responsibly, don't spill it, and don't do bottomless mimosas at drag brunch. That is the moral of the story, okay?
Well, I hope you don't expect me to have sympathy for you.
No, of course
No,
I
that's
don't.
all right, that's good. Because you'd have to get yourself in the law court of Leanne if you thought I was going to have sympathy for you.
Susan's asking, what are trotters?
Trotters
and Barbie.
Trotters would be like a pig's trotter. So an unflattering version of, you know, when your feet aren't sandal ready. When your feet are not Birkenstock ready, that is what I've been spending lockdown doing. I've been slathering them in all sorts of lovely thick creams, and I've left off my varnish, and actually my feet are looking younger because I've been doing that.
Your feet are looking younger.
Yes. Why am I even talking to you about this? I have no idea.
Maybe you could do like guess your age, the feet edition. That's what we should do. Lovely little game that we could play here.
Yes, absolutely. Well, look at my hands. I've got grandma hands.
Oh, I've got granddad hands.
Look, I've got grandma hands. But I don't mind having grandma hands because I'm going to be a grandma. But do you know what I mean? You get to a certain age and your hands don't look as useful as the youth used to. Well, I was having an issue similar to that with my feet. But my feet are looking more like my age now. Look at that, with one set of vintage pens. How beautiful that wing is, the iridescence, the shade, the depth. And all I've done is just stroke that ink on there using the 4 pens in the collection. This is what I mean about this configuration of these boxes of markers in this way being the best way to start now and take you on your journey further from just following in a colour family by having sets with 4 very different colours that work together, but allow you to get the beautiful blonde hair, what was the word I said for our skin? Effervescence, was it effervescence?
Effervescence.
Luminosity. Luminosity in her skin, but that beautiful...
You should do makeup commercials,
Thank you very much. I mean, yeah, because I'm like J-Lo. And then the beautiful...
just for clarity, in which ways are you like J-Lo?
Every way. Can you... Why are
you are a dead ringer for J-Lo.
Why are you even asking? Seriously, come on, it's obvious. But you get all of that beautiful ombre in her wings as well. Absolutely gorgeous, really. I mean, I can't recommend these sets of 4 enough, I can't, Joe, because they're just amazing to be able to do this kind of thing with.
Yeah, and you guys are absolutely loving them as well. I'm going to take you through them all again in just a second. Joe, my dad has been an artist all my life. I had my Illustrator markers on the table in the trays. He said, what are these? He was trying to get them from me. Lol, no way. Understand, y'all, love has nothing to do with it. I did give him one of my aqua pens, though. That was from Snoozy Lou Sonia there as well. A lot of you sharing foot care tips now in the Facebook comments, which is always great. Jan says hands and feet show a person's age for sure. Is always a good tip. Some friends of mine, I must say, if they do hold their hands up to their face, they look very youthful, and then then not so much in the hands. My hands look really old, and I've been using lots of creams at the moment to try and make them not look quite as old. I've definitely got the hands of a 60-year-old. I'm sure you'll agree. Don't you think?
No, they're not 60, 50 maybe.
Thanks for that, Leanne. Thanks for that. Right, let me run you through. Remember, these illustrators are in a brand new configuration for you. You've got all the 4 colours. Now, the great thing is you can get them in the big bundle. That's the way of getting the best value. If you go for the 4 packs, you can get them individually. They're $9.99 or $14.95, or you can get 2 of them for £17 or $25, which is great. So it's just completely up to you how you want to get them. The Delicate contains Portrait Pink, Cream, Tea Rose, and the Rose Blends, and you can see the colours along the top of the packaging just there. This one here is your Wisteria, and in this one you've got the Wisteria, the Linen, the Old Rose, and you've also got the Dusty Purple there as well. This one, the Verdant, now this was your favourite to begin with. It still is your favourite. You've got Aquamarine, Teal, Meadow, and Emerald are your 4 colours in there. This one here is your Fiery, and in here you've got Coral, Mimosa, Vanilla. It's a lovely colour though, and also Dark Coral as well. The next one we've got here for you is the Aquatic, or Aquatic. I don't know why I said aquatic. You've got Mint Blue, Blue Turquoise, Periwinkle, and True Blue. Baby, I love you in there. The next one we have for you here, this is your Natural. You've got Apricot, Burnt Orange, Caramel, and Cocoa. And you've then got this one here. This is Ice Grey 2, Ice Grey 6. You've then got Ice Grey 10, and you've got your Cherry Red in there as well. This one here is your Basics. This one contains your Poppy, your Canary, your Denim, and your Deep Pink. Now, we've also got here... Oh, I'm getting them all confused. Here we go. You've got your Essentials. Now, in here, True Black, Brown Grey, and your Blender as well. And finally, the last option for you, all is included, of course, you get them all together. You've got Dandelion Fuchsia, Frost Pink, and Pink Violet, and that is your botanicals that you've got there. Now, everyone pretty much is going for them all together because the value is amazing when you get these all together. They should be £99.90 if you're in the UK. That's what you'd expect to pay for all 10 packs of those. Today in the UK, £75. If you are a Club Inspire member, you'll get another £15 off them. Takes them down to £60 in the UK. That would be saving you, what, almost £40. Should be £149.50 in the UK. In the US, sorry, $149.50. Today, $112 is what you'll pay. You'll get another $22.40 off of that, taking them down to what, about just under $90. So a great savings, however you look at it. If you went out and went out onto you went out onto the high street or on Amazon or any shop on the website, just have a look on the internet. I think it's fair to say that to get something from the brand leader, to get this kind of quality, we certainly are comfortable saying that you'd be looking at anywhere around £4 to £5, in my opinion, to get this kind of quality. Everyone, irrelevant of whether you're in Club Inspire or not, is paying, when you're getting the large collection, £1.90 or $2.80 per pen. Amazing value for money. It's why a third of the stock of the big collection has sold out and gone. That is also our launch stock that we're talking about. It's a brand new world launch today, so make sure you get them. Now, if you're new to us here at Crafters TV and Crafters Companion, you think to yourself, oh, Club Inspire, I wonder what that's all about. Here's Sarah with all the details.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now, on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
All the details there, of course, of Club Inspire. Loads of you commenting away. Christine Coppenrath's been in touch. Christine, thanks for the chocolate. I was going to save it till this weekend, and then Tuesday she sent me the biggest bar of hazelnut milk, Leanne. I went home on Tuesday and I went to have one square, and I don't know what happened. The next thing, I'd blacked out, and there was just a chocolate wrapper left in the fridge, and it had all gone. I'd eaten the bar that was like this size. It was absolutely delicious. Leanne.
Christine used to send me the bars of hazelnut milker.
Well, that's showbiz.
So, I've lost out to Joe now.
You can have. I reckon Craig hasn't eaten all of his yet, so maybe you could get.
Craig got some.
Oh, sorry for dropping you in it, Christine. But anyway, Christine says, Joe, I can't hear a thing. There's Apaches passing over my house. 77 Apaches leaving East Europe, landing at Rotterdam Harbour as Trump has recalled them back to the States. Christine, do you live near Rotterdam or in Rotterdam? Eurovision was meant to be in Rotterdam this year, and I was planning on going, but obviously didn't because it got cancelled. But it's going to be back in Rotterdam next year. Let me know if you're close by. Maybe I'll pop round for a stroopwafel or something, Christine. That would be lovely.
And you can bring me back a bar of milker at the same time.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll probably eat it on the way home. Robin says, I have awful hands. If I could get a hand lift, like a facelift, I surely would. Oh, a hand lift. Maybe you could have a hand transplant. Maybe that's the future. Who knows? You get a nice young pair of hands. Raw cocoa butter and Beekman body butters are wonderful for all parts of the body. All parts of the body, Rosalind. I soak my feet in lavender, Epsom salts and tea tree oil. Oh, that sounds lovely. Marie says it's mean to tease. Oh no, Leanne needs some love. You need to give her some. Okie doke, I will. Robin says she uses face creams and serums on her hands. That helps with the dryness, but she's got prominent veins. There you go. And Beth says chocolate is addictive. Once you open it, you must eat it all. I don't get this, Leanne, do you? You know when, like on chocolate, you have the bags of chocolate and you tear it open and then it's got that thing that you can reseal. I'm not sure how that. What have you ever? I'm not even sure that why that's that there.
I don't know why that's there. And also, they could save some money in the manufacturing because nobody uses it.
Yeah, I think they should get rid of that reseal.
Yeah, it's unnecessary.
Share bag as well. I'm not the only share I like is the one that sings Turn Back Time, Leanne. I'm not confident with any other kind of share or sharing.
I don't do sharing with anything, especially food.
No, not chocolate for sure.
No.
Right, loads of you have been sending in your pictures to us as well. Oh, Barb sent us in this, which is a lovely 4th of July. Because it's 4th of July tomorrow. Happy 4th of July for tomorrow. People will be out having barbecues and letting off fireworks. Oh, Pam's been in touch. Pam sent us this for her tri-blends. Love that one, don't you, Leanne? That's a great stamp.
That's gorgeous. Really lovely. You should be very proud of that. Absolutely lovely.
It is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, talking of absolutely gorgeous, shut the front door. A dog. Is that a Westie? This is Rocco,
No, that's a Yorkie.
Leanne.
It's a Yorkie.
Is it a Yorkie?
It's a Yorkshire Terrier.
How gorgeous. That's Rocco. Isn't he gorgeous?
He is gorgeous. I love him.
I love his bandana.
I do.
This is Millie.
Oh, Millie.
Oh, that is so, so cute. Who's this one?
Bosco.
Bosco.
Yes. Oh, he's got hair like me.
Bosco means everyone in Italian. Did you know that?
No,
do you know how I know that?
How do you know?
Because Coppa di Frutti di Bosco means cup of fruit for everyone. It's a dessert. There you go. I'm fluent in language in Italian. I'm fluent in dessert in Italian. Who's this? Oh, Roxy.
Oh, but we had one before that's disappeared, which was an Alsatian, and he had his teeth out. He was smiling.
Where was that one?
We need that one
A
back.
smiling Alsatian? Did you miss that?
Yeah, I had a preview.
Is that you? Did you just dream this, or did I miss it?
No, it was definitely there in preview. A smiling Alsatian.
Oh, a smiling Alsatian.
Yes.
Poor Roxy, she looks confused here.
There, here he is.
Oh, check this guy out.
Do you know what that reminds me of? Have you seen on social media the man who has the Alsatian and he wants bacon and cheese? And he talks over Joe, you need to go and watch. I'm going to put it on my Facebook page for everybody to watch after this show.
Oh, that's
And
cute.
the man does the voice and he goes, I like bacon. And the Alsatian's going, yeah? Talking back into honestly, it's fantastic. Sounds terrible in this explaining from me there.
Well, check out Leanne's Facebook. She'll pop it on there.
I will. I'll pop it on for you. It's brilliant.
We've also got some pussycats as well. Wendy's got 6 cats. How do you get any crafting done with them sat on your mat there? Like that. That one definitely wants some love, I reckon, by the looks of it. Right, back to the show. I feel like we've hijacked the shows, Leanne.
Yeah.
What with all the talk of drag brunches and, travelling and all sorts of other things. Stacey, the lovely Stacey Hubble, she says that I'm going to be away on her birthday and she's upset about that. Oh, well, I'm sorry about that, Stacey. If I'd have known, I'd have, maybe I still could move it. Who knows? She was asking about the 72 marker case because she says she just can't see from the website, Leanne, how you get 72 markers in here. But it's a bit of a TARDIS, this one, isn't it?
It really is. So the Velcro sides come off and then it opens up and you've got all of your leaves, your pen storage leaves inside, if you like. So you can flick it through and then pop all of your little pens in the elastic spaces. And then what you can do, there's space in there to add more of the leaves in if you want to get more markers in.
Oh, you can add more leaves?
Yeah, you can add more leaves.
Oh, I didn't know they Velcroed out.
Yes, they Velcro out.
How fabulous is
Yeah,
that?
very
so
clever.
72 markers in here. So this is for your and can you use this like a stand as well on your
Yes, just fold
desk?
it back on itself.
Oh, that way.
Fold it back. That's it. And then it flips and then lie it on your desk. There we go. Kind of. Maybe I'll show you.
I'll bring it over.
Yeah, I'll show you. Let me do it. Let the professional do it.
There
yes.
you are.
Okay, thank you. Right. So what you would do is you would that was hilarious actually. So you go
I look like Martin Parker, didn't
So
I?
you definitely did a Martin Parker there, I have to say. So you've got all of your elastication here, and then you've got your elastication here, 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 and here, which is how you've got your 72 markers in. So you've got all of those going through. And then to work from it, what I do is I fold this back on itself like that, and then I have that open on my desk. So I have my markers here, and then I can move through and I've got my markers here. So I've got a row of markers here, a row here, flip, a row, flip, a row and a row. And you can just work from it like that. So it kind of waterfalls, if you see that there. And then your markers, if I just stick a couple in on each row, you'll see what I mean. Waterfalls.
Sarah Brown in Australia saying, great demo, Joe. Crying laughing face. Too complicated for Joe. Gave me a good laugh, says Beth.
So there, if I do that, you can see how the markers waterfall in there. And then they're just in front of you on your desk. You select the ones you want. And then when you want to go travelling, you just lift it up, open out the sides. They Velcro together, like that. Get the Velcro the right way around. like that on both sides, and then you can carry it with this, or we also give you a shoulder strap. You can put it over your shoulder.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, I've got the shoulder strap just over here. Janet's saying which markers go in here, Leanne?
Illustrator, Classique, not Tri-Blend. There is a special bag for Tri-Blend because it's a little bit taller. So wonderful. Illustrator, Classique, Sparkle, Aqua Marker, all work in here. Metallic
Wonderful.
markers work in here. Everything other than Tri-Blend.
Wonderful. Barbie says, hey Joe, I had a question about the stamp storage racks. Will the Ranger Distress Oxide inks fit in them? They will. They've got a little lip, so whether it's square ink pads you want to put in your ink pad storage, or it's those oval ones, they will all go in there. $23.50 or $31.50 if you want to go for the 72 marker case. If you want to have these stored more permanently on the side as well, then you've got those for you. Pens not included, just in case you hadn't worked that out. $15.99 or $19 there. You get 6 trays. You can store 12 in each tray. So you're looking at 72 markers you can store in each one of those. We do have a slightly smaller wallet if you want to go for a smaller one. Or maybe you're going to have... Maybe you're going to have them all in the big wallet and then you're going to move them out into the smaller wallet to take them away with you. Then you could go for both, $11.50 or $15.50 if you want to go for that one. A lot of the Totally Tiffany items always very, very busy whenever we have these on the show for you. $12.99 or $16.99 if you want to go for those ones just there. Right, the stamps are very busy. I've made a bit of a mess over here. I don't know if you can tell. I'm getting a bit carried away. Right, let me come down here and show you these. Right, let's go back to the stamps. Now remember, these are brand new today for you here on Crafters TV. You won't have seen these before. The Shih Tzu, incredibly busy. So many of you are waiting for this Shih Tzu. You've also got the hair is in here. You've got the mice, they are coming included. If you're going for the item on your screen, you're getting all 6 of these in here. You've then got the furry friends there, which are the kiddies. Then you've got this one here, which is, of course, that Shih Tzu, which is brilliant. If you want that one individually, they are all available individually. You'll have to be very quick for the Shih Tzu. It is very, very busy on that one. We've then got the floral ones in here. And then finally, you've got the... Oh, what's happened here? I've had a bit of an incident. There we are. You've got the fox in there as well. I reckon you could colour that up and make him look a bit like a wolf, though, that fox, you know. Leanne, nothing to stop you sort of playing around with your colours, which is great. $24.95 or $34.75 if you want to go for those. Very busy. Now's a great time to order. We're only going to get busier and busier now as we move towards the end of the show. Lots of you making your mind up. Remember, 1/3 of the stock of our brand new illustrators gone. 1/5 of the stock of our brand new stamps sold out and gone. If you want to place an order, you want to watch the shop at the same time, you can do that really simply with us here at Crafters TV. You're popping yourself across to crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. Click shop the show, you'll find absolutely everything there. Right, Leanne, what do you want to show us next?
So I'm just stamping the fox because we're going to have a look at this little fox as well, using one of those sets because I think that'll be great. So I'm just stamping him up and we'll come back to him in a second. And what I've been doing is colouring in one of my favourite Molly Harrisons. So I've done her skin in the same way with the same set as I did this, and you watched me do that. But then I thought I'd get out, because you're loving the Verdant set of pens, I thought I'd show you how they're perfect with this Molly Harrison Mermaid to colour in her little fishtail. So I thought, why not, let's have a look at that. And I might even do her hair to match. She might have some green hair too. So you've got 2 different little sets of pens in here. You've got a very juicy green and you've got a very juicy green and a turquoise and an aquamarine set of green. And I'm going to ombre between the 2. So we're going to start with the aquamarine 2, and I'm going to start with the darkest teal colour, and we're just going to do exactly as we've been doing all the way. We're going to flick that colour directly on to her mermaid tail, and you see I'm using the exact same technique that I used earlier. I'm keeping my hand anchored on the table and I'm using that beautiful flicking motion, and all I've done is vary the length of the flick into that kind of triangle shape there. I'm then taking the next marker from that Verdant collection, and the colours in here, you obviously have excellent taste, all of you. They are beautiful. And this is my aquamarine this time. And then I'm just going to, from the edge there of that triangle, I'm overlapping a little bit and I'm flicking further down into the tail, just to get, and I don't want the flicks this time to have texture like I had with the Shih Tzu when we started. I just want them to have that lovely soft blend where I've got that triangle in the centre there with this little darker green, you see, and then the transition into the lighter green all around it, which starts that beautiful ombre for her tail. And you can see it takes a matter of seconds and is effortless with the quality of our markers. Then I'm going to bring the brighter greens from the Verdant collection in from the opposite side of her tail up here, so I get that beautiful kind of mermaidy iridescence happening, which I'm really excited about. So I've got my brush nib again, and then we're just following, and you'll notice what I do a lot is I rotate the image I'm working with. That is just to make sure that I get my flicks going in the correct direction, because I personally always have to flick away from myself. I can't flick towards myself.
Do people flick towards themselves?
Well, I don't know whether I've seen people do that or not, but I just know that I can't do it. And maybe there are some people who can, but it's like that patting your tummy, patting your head, rubbing your tummy, flossing situation.
Can't even say it, let alone do it.
Yeah, I can't say it, never mind do it. You know, so it's just something that my brain won't let me do. So I rotate my image a lot just to get my flicks going in the right direction, which you'll probably want to do too, I would imagine. And you'll notice I started with the darker at the tip, flicked round, and then I'm picking up with the lighter, flicking round again. And then what I'm doing is just overlapping that very slightly into that lightest turquoise. And look what I get. Look at that transition in the mermaid tail with 4 entirely different coloured markers, but brilliant in Illustrator. And that's why I love, love, love this collection, Jo, because it just gives you the product to practice your skills and be able to learn how to start putting these very, very different colour configurations together, but they look absolutely amazing. I'm going to turn this round. So this is one of the, this is the lightest of the turquoisey, and now I've got the lightest of the greeny, and I'm coming in the opposite direction, and this is for the fan on her tail, and you see they work together fabulously. This Verdant collection is really, really beautiful, Jo. I love it.
Loads of people commenting away. Debbie Mahan says over on YouTube, you're both making me laugh today. My favourite morning show. Wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
And a lot of chatter about trotters over as well on YouTube, which is quite funny. Yeah, so trotters. I can't even say it now. Trotters are pig's feet, basically, and it's kind of a word you use to describe someone's feet that weren't maybe the most
flattering, visually
pleasing.
Yeah.
Let's say, yeah, absolutely.
Yes, which mine weren't prior to lockdown, but thanks to Margaret Dabbs, I'm sure there are lots of other foot creams out there which are just as lovely. But I'm having fabulous success with cream of Margaret Dabbs, I have to say.
A lot of people still asking about the email address for pictures as well. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. On the bottom of your screen, just there.
This is perfect, this stamp, to show you why this bullet nib is amazing, being really fine. Because I want to put shade into each one of these little scales. I've got that beautiful ombre of those different colours with the Verdant now. If I want to put in more detail in each one of these little scales, I can, with this fine bullet nib look, just go and add that in. And so it then makes it look like it really has been designed and coloured in that way, and they're not just left blank. And then because you've got those different colours and they've all got a bullet nib, you can mix up the colours you use. And what that does is bring that whole design together by mixing the turquoise and the green and overlapping in the different colours. You get that beautiful mermaid effect all the way down.
Mermaid scales are like crusty, like fish scales, or do you reckon they're like really soft and silky, like puppy's ears?
I reckon they're going to be crusty like fish scales.
Do you?
I do think they're going to be a bit crusty, Jo. I mean, it's a fish tail at the end of the day. It's scales, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, unless they're magical like puppy's ears, I don't know. I mean, kind of lets you down in the mermaid scales, that, doesn't it?
Just don't like the idea of a crusty mermaid.
No. I'm kind of with you on that, to be fair. Yeah. But then here's the thing: does a unicorn?
Maybe some Margaret Dabs.
Margaret Dabs on the fish scales.
That'd sort it right out.
That would sort it right out. But here's the next question: does a unicorn smell like a horse?
No.
Or does it smell of sherbet?
No, it smells like candy floss, of course.
Candy floss, does it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
It smells like candy floss and toffee. That's what it smells like.
Oh, okay. Not like...
and Krispy Kreme donuts.
Oh, nice.
Really sweet. Like, maybe even like a few rose tones as well. No, I know what it smells like. It smells like Turkish Delight.
Oh, I love a bit of Turkish Delight.
Have you had Turkish Delight from Turkey?
I have.
Nothing like Turkish Delight that you get at home. I went to Istanbul and I ate it, and it blew my tiny mind, I won't lie, but it's like very dense and chewy, and it is so good, but very expensive as well.
Yes, but doesn't taste of rose.
No, it doesn't taste of rose at all.
No, very expensive but beautiful. I have had Turkish Delight from Turkey. It's very
And did you have lots of baklava when you were in Turkey as well?
Loads of baklava.
I was 80% baklava by the time I got back from Turkey.
Honestly, I mean, if I'd had a blood test, it would have been honey. Coming out of my veins.
If you'd have cut yourself, it'd have just been runny honey.
Runny honey coming out. I love it. I really do love it. Now, so I think that shows how that Verdant collection works, just as well as it did with the lovely wings there. You can see how we can get those lovely colours working. You can see that fabulous, delicate skin tone. And we see now little Shih Tzu. Now we're going to use the Stylish collection, Joe. Stylish.
Ooh, stylish.
Oh, you do that better than me.
Stylish.
Yes. Well done. I like that.
Stylish.
So the Stylish collection allows me to show you why grey is so important. Banging them on the table for you so you even know that. And how you can get loads of light and shade just using greys in one colour.
Susan really wanted to be a mermaid, Leanne, but she just doesn't like the idea of crusty scales. Doesn't sound texturally pleasing to her. And Barbie loves the smell of horses, so she's happy if they smell like horses. I love the smell of horses as well. I think that Robin agrees with me on the scent of a unicorn too. A Krispy Kreme donut. You know Krispy Kreme donuts, when they first opened in London, Leanne, they used to pump the smell out of the... I remember the first one opening up at Harrods was the first time I ever saw one. And you could smell it from like the tube stop, but like half a mile away. It was so pungent. Gosh, they were delicious though.
My word, I do love a Krispy Kreme. So do you know which one I love? True Crafter, the pearlescent raspberry one.
Pearlescent raspberry. So I like if you go to one of the places, like the places where they've got like the massive machine that's pumping them out.
Yeah.
Then I like the glazed ones, but they've got to be hot off the line. Do you know what I mean? And they are. I just push one after another into my face in quick succession. If I'm getting them from a shop and they're cold, then I like the peanut butter one and the Nutella one as well. Oh, they're
nice.
so good.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I just love Krispy Kreme, to be fair. Well, you can tell, because you don't get to look like me if you don't like the odd Krispy Kreme or bar of chocolate.
Me both.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I do like them. Now, I am colouring this poppy with the greys in the Stylish collection.
Barbie has said that she couldn't be a mermaid. Do you know why?
Why?
She'd hate to have wet hair all the time. She's a really good point. I hadn't thought of that, had you?
I hadn't thought of it either, actually. But whenever you watch a programme, do they come out of the water with wet hair, or do they come out with dry hair?
Don't know.
Is there like a magical thing that happens with mermaids?
Do you know mermaiding is actually
instantly?
like a sport as well, like an internationally recognised sport called mermaiding, where you put like a fin on and you swim around underwater. I mean, I'm guessing there's more to it than that, but
I didn't know that was a thing. Oh, I wouldn't mind having if I could swim.
That is looking very stylish, Leanne.
So this is just me colouring the poppy in the same way as I would always explain to you. So I put my lightest colour down first. I then put my darkest colour, and I used my mid colour to drag out the dark into the first layer of light. So you can see I've got some lovely texture and lovely dimension and shade on my poppy right there, right now. That's the song, isn't it? No, that's right here, right now.
Right there.
Right there.
Right now.
Right now. But
right
I think
there.
it's right here, right now.
Right now.
I'm sorry. I tried to be cool and I'm just so not. I really need to stop doing it.
I think you're cool with your beef ting and your whatnot.
Beef ting, yeah. Me beef ting.
What were the other ones? I can't remember.
Can't remember myself, to be honest, Joe. And then I've got these little fine pieces here, and I'm using my little bullet nibs now to do the colouring, because these are really tiny little areas. And so you can use your bullet nibs with the little round circular motion to get your colours in. There we go. So now I've got my poppy, coloured, quite happy with the greys. The final thing you would do is take your colour. So you've got in your stylish collection here, you've got a DR3. And the DR3 now, what we're going to do is just take it and we're going to wipe it over the grey dimension. And so what you do is you literally wipe, and you'll notice I left my preserved highlights at the tops of the poppy petals. So I don't do lots of blending. I just do a colour wipe. And look, that is given shade to that red, and all I've done is put the grey underlayer and then the red overlay on the top. And this set, this stylish set, is to teach you this technique. It was the whole reason this stylish set was put together. And you can see that it works very, very well, because I've got that beautiful transition from light to dark in my poppy. Looks like I've spent ages colouring this poppy with 3, 4, 5 different colours of red. And actually what I've done is that grey base layer, and then just do one single wash over the top with the red marker. And again, just really for me allows you to see at home why these little sets of 4 colours are so fantastically useful, but also allow you to learn new technique, because we've got a beautiful dimensional red poppy there with one wash of the red colour over the top, using your greys as the base.
I really love that. It looks a bit sort of abstract almost, doesn't it? It looks very stylish, is what it looks like. Barbie says, why do we always end up talking about food? It always comes back to food, gin, crafting. It's just that it's what makes the world go round. It really is. The lovely Debbie Fisher is watching. Hi, Debbie Fisher. It was so lovely to have Debbie on a couple of weeks ago in the Craft House, which is fantastic. Betsy says as well, okay, now I want to get up and get a donut. It's 6:30 in the morning here in Texas. Yum, yum. Donut for breakfast. Why not? Right, let me show you a recap, I should say, some of the stuff that we've seen in this show. Now, you can get all of these individually, of course, if you want to. There's 10 different ones there for you to choose from. $9.99, $14.95, or 2 for £17 or $25. The best way, though, to get the best value, of course, is to get them all together, because then cost per marker, you're paying £1.90 or $2.80. Over a third of our launch stock. This is a world exclusive launch. This is the first time you guys will have seen these pens in this configuration. Very, very busy for them. £75, $112. Club Inspire Platinum members in the UK, you'll be saving an extra £15. In the US, you'd be saving an extra $22.40. Right, the brand new stamps as well. These will be, of course, dispatched from the 8th of July, along with anything else in your order. $24.95 or $34.75 to get these. We basically give you one free when you get them all together like this. They are all available individually as well. If you want to grab them individually, you can. The long-awaited Shih Tzu is there and ready to go right now. So make sure you grab those. There was also the Molly Harrison stamps as well. We saw those a little earlier. $48.95 if you want to get these, or $73 is a fantastic price for those. Always so busy those whenever we bring them to you. You're going to need something to stamp them with as well. We've got the Sheena clear rocker blocks on the show for you. These give you that really lovely clean crisp stamp because of the way you roll them backwards and forwards. $4.99 or $6.99 if you want to grab those. Some more storage. We've got the universal black pen trays on the show for you. You get 12 pens in each of these, meaning you'll get 72 markers in there. Pens not included, of course. $15.99 or $19 there for that one. The storage case, the marker carry case, really busy on the 72 option here. $23.50 or $31.50. There is a smaller one as well. Do check the website for that. We've also got the colour blend pencils available for you as well. Very, very busy. Great to use in conjunction with your alcohol markers. $74.97 or $104.85. You can, of course, use your Club Inspire discount on those as well. Right, very, very busy. I know a lot of you have got both the markers and our stamps in your basket. I want to give you a chance to check out those baskets. So whilst you do, here's all the details of how you can watch and shop at the same time. Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now, if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. All the details there of how you can watch and shop at the same time, of course, which is fantastic. Thanks for that technique, Leanne. Anna-Marie was saying there. Morning to you both. Sorry I'm so late. I woke up at 4 a.m. and spent the time commenting on the Crafters Companion Crowd's creations. Then I fell back to sleep at 6 a.m. Oh, Marianne, what you like? Right, I want to share with you a few pictures that are coming in. Oh, whose is this photo? This is Lynn that sent these in. Lynn Harvey, I'm guessing this would be with our tri-blends or classics, do you think, Leanne?
I think that looked like tri-blend to me, Joe.
Beautiful. Oh, another one as well here. Who's this from?
Well, this one is from a very special little boy. This is from my nephew, Ryan.
Is this the one that was trying to teach you to floss?
Yes.
Ah.
My flossing nephew, Ryan. He came over, because now you can visit family, came over and pinched some of my colour blend pencils from me and took them home and coloured this in with the colour blend pencils yesterday. Hasn't he done well?
I think he's done a great job.
Oh, he's done an amazing job. And he did that all himself. And Ryan is 8. So I think he did a brilliant job of that, bearing in mind he's only 8. So thank you, Ryan. We're going to blow kisses to Ryan. And George, you know what? He loves you. Can you blow him a kiss?
I can indeed.
Okay, blow him a kiss. And to Marielle, because she loves you too. Oh, 2 kisses. There we are. Lovely. Thank you. Now, do you want to have a look at these?
I think so, yeah, because, I mean, these work, we feature them a lot, the colour blends, but they work perfectly with your alcohol markers, don't they?
They do. And what I've got here is just an example to show you. Should we do it this way? Because it's good this way, so you can see the difference better. So what we've got here is a beautifully coloured butterfly. Using
Schmetterling.
Schmetterling. I know, honestly, every time somebody says butterfly, now in my head, Schmetterling.
Are you going to say it? People of the audience,
I'm like, what is she talking
on
about? I know. So I've got this beautiful butterfly coloured in with alcohol marker, but look, when you add over your colour blend on top, what that does is give you so much more depth and dimension. It's like standard definition, high definition. And I've got the same here with just a couple other images so you can see why adding your colour blend to your alcohol markers is absolutely incredible, because it gets to a certain point with alcohol marker where you can add no other colour, but then when you add your colour blend pencils on top, you get to be able to take it from standard definition to high definition. And if you're wondering how, there's a whole masterclass on colour blend pencils that I did for you. Go back and watch that. You'll see me doing that technique for you with alcohol markers, and any alcohol marker you've got, be it your tri-blend, your classic or your illustrator, you will be able to do that with your colour blend pencils.
Oh, fantastic. Right, I just want to recap the colour blend pencils that you've got there. They are available, all available individually for you. However, going for them in the bundle gets you the best value, because individually they should be £24.99. That means you should be paying £100 almost. So basically you're buying 3 and we're giving you 1 free of charge. £74 or £104.85 you get them all together. Or you can get them individually. It's completely up to you. You've got primaries, naturals, florals and essentials. If you were going for one here, what would be the one you'd have to have first if you weren't going for the big bundle, Leanne?
For one set?
Yeah.
Essentials.
The essentials.
I think so, because you've got skin tone in there, you've got a nice shade range of yellow, of orange, of your brown, of your green. You've got a little bit of everything in there. And so, yeah, I think essentials.
Wonderful.
Essentials for sure.
Now, talking of essentials and needing to get them, I want to run you back through again the illustrators that we've got. Almost 40% of our launch stock of the illustrators has gone. I'm not going to take them all down and go through them again. You've seen me do that a couple of times already in this show. Go back and watch that back if you want to. All of the colours, I would say, are available. This pen, it gets dangerous. You know what happens? Because it starts life here, right, Leanne? And then then it comes out, it ends up over here. So I'm just going to put it down over there before I get a bit carried away. Yes, what I would also say, a lot of you saying about new colours. They're not new colours, they're a new configuration. If you're looking to complete your set, what I'd say is go across to the website, craftscompanion.com.co.uk or .eu, check the colours that you've got and cross-match it with these, and then you'll be able to stock up with them in that way. You have got in this collection, now you can get them as the bundle, which is on your screen at the moment. It's the best way to get the best value. When you get them in this configuration, you're paying £1.90 or $2.80 per set there, which is fantastic. We don't think it would be unheard of, and certainly in my opinion, the market leader, you'd be looking at spending about £4 to £5 per marker to get this kind of quality. It's exceptional. In here, in the big collection, you've got delicate, vintage, verdant, fiery, aquatic, natural, stylish, basic, essentials, and botanicals. They are all in there. If you want to pick and choose and go for them, you can individually. £9.99 or $14.95. The great thing about them as well is that you can go for them on a 2 for $17 or $25 if you want to. Loads of different options when it comes to getting these, but it is very, very busy across all of them. Leanne, do you think fancy whizzing us through a few different ways that we could use these again?
Absolutely, and I've got a whole pile of glorious samples here, which will show you the absolute quality results you can get when you've got more time to spend at home. Here is that little field mouse. How completely glorious is that? Coloured in with illustrators and then with a Harmony water reactive background. And I needed to show you this because they actually will work with lots of your other inks that you've got at home. Here's the little Shih Tzu coloured in with that exact set that we used earlier with those lovely peach tones in, but actually with an addition of the peach from the Delicate collection to give him more of an apricot look. Looks gorgeous, doesn't it? This, I've got some other examples in here of images that we're not selling, that you might just have in your stash at home. And I like to show you that because it shows you that these markers will work with all of the stamps that you've got at home. Look at the vibrancy and the colour there with the illustration and then your Harmony water reactive background. This is that exquisite floral that we've got on the show. And you can see here with those brush strokes and the very light colours that we get in here, how delicate that can be, like I did on the wings of that lovely Molly Harrison stamp. And then we've just got amazing realism in the fur with the animals, just real texture in there. Looks absolutely exquisite. Add in the greys from the Stylish collection with the Natural collection, and that's the kind of little Shih Tzu you get. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. And again,
it's a
beautiful.
Very stylish Shih Tzu. Very
stylish Shih Tzu. And you've got all of those colours there. Your Molly Harrison here using some of that aquamarine set and the aquatic set together, and the purple from the botanical set. You're going to be able to colour her in the way I showed you with the fairy earlier. Then we can just see beautiful colours for teddy bears. You've got your other little characters that you might have at home. Here's the hair coloured in a different way. It looks absolutely great. Look at, I love it. It's very Watership Down, this one.
It
with that
is,
lovely vignette in the background with your Harmony water. A vignette in the background. Not Frexinet.
Frexinet.
Vignette.
No, different. That's
different story. And then you've got those lovely little kittens there. Absolutely gorgeous. And can I just point this out while everybody's looking with the kitten? Some people I've noticed online are colouring in this leg here as if it belongs to the brown cat. And then it looks like it's a bit special cat. I'll find one and show you. But actually it is the leg. I've got one down here somewhere. Here it is. Here, I've got it. Special cat. Look. Special cat. Cat.
That's brilliant. Can we see that again? Show us again.
Hang on, sorry. Ready? Oh, I'm sorry. Who did this? I'm sorry. Ready? Special cat. Cat.
One more time.
Special cat. Cat as it should be. All right. And
one more time.
All right. Okay. All right. Sorry. Okay. Ready? Special cat. Correct cat. And that's just so you at home, when you get it, colour the leg in the correct position. The leg belongs to the front cat.
It does look a bit odd, I must say, even with the front cat. I mean, there's too many legs. Why is the front cat got his leg like that?
Well, he's a bit getting a cuddle. He's a bit squished in. He's having a bear hug from the cat behind. And then we've got these gorgeous golden tones on the fox here. We've got that fabulous little field mouse. Look at the hair again. Again, all of that beautiful texture in there. Vibrancy. You've got 3D realism and soft backgrounds. You've got, here's a mermaid, look, with all of that texture in the tail there in one of the cute characters. Here's the image I was colouring, but you can see the difference between the delicate approach and the hello vixen approach. You've got beautiful teddy bears, gorgeous florals, little field mouse again looking gorgeous. Oh, little foxy, and little Shih Tzu here, and then them florals, Joe. The florals you've got in that collection, look at that when you colour it in. And the sets here that you would be using are your botanical set and your basic set and the other set with the purple in, which will come back to me as well. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, really, I could go on forever, but I'll stop. The samples are amazing because the pens are fantastic. They're easy to use and the quality's off the chart.
We've got loads of try it again. We've got loads of colour me happy shows on the illustrators. You can go back and watch them anytime you like. One last comment. Christine's just letting everyone know Pokey tools are back in stock. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Over on the website, go check those out. Melissa is saying, Joe, I've got a Shih Tzu. Have a guess what his name is? Mimosa.
Fantastic.
That is fantastic. I love that. But loads of you are commenting away. Janet says she's off out for dinner now. Love you both. We'll finalise my orders later. Loads of you loving these. Sarah's saying, Joe, do I need to come while you're away? I think come and fill in for me whilst I'm away. No, there'll be someone else here filling in for me, but there'll be more on that coming maybe next week. There's a little sneaky exclusive for you. I've already in lots of trouble. I can't say any more. You're too funny about the cats, Joe. Glad you pointed that out. Lots of you in absolute. There's a bit of pant wetting going on in the comments, I think, about those cats. Right, please don't forget, Leanne. It was an absolute pleasure to be back with you. I can't believe I'm not going to be with you until. Well, like nearly 2 weeks it's going to be.
It is nearly 2 weeks, I know, but they say absence makes the heart grow fonder, Joe.
I don't know how my heart could grow any fonder, Leanne, but we'll see if we'll think about it as an experiment, okay? Yes. Don't forget, of course, the brand new configuration here on the Illustrators have been very, very busy for them. Please make sure you check out your basket if you've got them in there. And, of course, those brand new stamps, both of them exceptionally popular. If you're watching this show back at a later date, check the web for the stock situation on both of those would be my advice to you. Right, we are not done. There's only one thing standing beside me and a pasta lunch, and that's a craft fault. Oh yes, the craft vault. It's when I've been having a good old rummage around that warehouse. I need to go on holiday because it's getting a bit bare over there, the amount of rummaging I've been doing recently, getting you all these good deals. They're all over there working very hard. Big shout out to our warehouse team, actually. They do an incredible job day in, day out. And things are exceptionally busy over there at the moment. But things are leaving the warehouse, tickety-boo. Right, we're going to start off with some of our wrap dies. It's the first one that we've got for you. Now, these are a wrap die. What it means is they two join together and it makes like a band, basically, that wraps around your card. It doesn't have to be a card. It could be, of course, a napkin. It could be around something like a faux candle. Could be around a gift. Because you can, not stretch them. What's the word, Leanne? You wouldn't stretch them, you would extend them.
Extend them.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Well, you took the word.
$3.95, $6.40, 70% off. Shut the front door. Are you kidding me? How have I managed to get 70% off of this? Do you know what? Not just 70% off of this have I managed to get. I've got 70% off of absolutely everything. We've got some foil stamp dies for you in the vault today as well. This is our Biarritz corner that you've got here. Someone's turned this into a lovely diorama card. This is limited stock, this one, so you need to be quick for it. And the corners and flourishes are so great because it means that you can do so much more with them. Of course, there, as you can see, limited stock, don't forget on that one there. Oh, I've got a lovely big foil stamp die for you. It's our foil stamp creator cards. These are great because they are absolutely mahoosive. This should be $29.99. However, today it's £16, which is definitely not 70% off, but it is £16. I think the usual price there is wrong on that way. So £16 or $21.50 if you want to go for that one. And this is what that does for you, which is great. So can you see here? That is absolutely beautiful there, as you can see. Right, the next one that we've got is the Festive Robin, which is fantastic. £7 or $10 if you want to go for this one there. This is what it creates for you. That wonderful little character that you've got on there. You've got all of your dies and stamps on there as well, which is brilliant. Right, we've got some glitters for you. Glitter on the show. These are fantastic. It is your jewels. In here you've got amethyst, pink garnet, topaz, peridot. Is it though? Peridot, sapphire and jade. This one is also limited stock as well. 6 pots in here, which is fantastic. You've got 15 grams in each there, so it is a really, really good amount that you've got in each of those. Less than 50 of those ones, though, to go around, so you will need to be quick for them. Great chance to get yourself stocked up. Now, some great dies that were developed originally to go in your Gemini Mini, but they'll go through all of your dies. They really are beautiful. And they make something really quite delicate as well. So I love the fact that what you can do is you can cut a base layer. So what you've got is they are perforated is the wrong word. You've got an aperture in them. So it means that when you lay them over something, you can see what's going on behind, which is great. Layer them up on top of each other if you want to, or choose to layer them up like someone has done here on a matte layer is another great way to use them. And think about other things that you can cut these out of as well. You can even cut these out of things like flower forming foam if you want to. Nothing to stop you doing that. A great price though on that, £2.39 or $3.58. There is your price on that one. Right, next one is the stamp die. These are our circle sentiments. These are always so busy whenever we bring these ones to you. I love them because you can use the stamp on their own, or you can use the dies on their own. Maybe not necessarily with the middle bit, because that's going to cut out your stamped image, but the rest of it can. Think about using these in a circle and having them all together, which is fantastic. I'll get this the right way round, this card. Hang on, what way am I? Go that way? It's up, isn't it? Yeah, that's the right way around. Right, so you can use these as it's intended, a circle. I love that someone drop shadowed that, twisted it slightly to give it that drop shadow. Or you can cut the good luck out and you can actually just stack that up horizontally if you want to. Is another way you can use it. £3 there for that one. Only double figures left of that one remaining. £3 or $5 there for that one. Starry, Starry Night is our next one. This is one of your foil stamp die. It's one of your border foil stamp dies, which is great. And this is wonderful for just adding a little bit of interest into the back of a card. This one here, you can see how that's been done. See how it's been done on acetate there, added into the background. Nothing to stop you though, for instance, using that horizontally and doing strips of that in different colours. You could make a really fantastic background, whether you're doing it onto acetate or vellum or directly onto the card itself. There's loads of different options when it comes to using that one. Right, the next one we've got is family. Now, these are fantastic. These are our floral stamping dies that you've got in here. So what you've got in this one is, I'll show you, you've got the die itself, which is that one there, and that cuts out the stamped image. You then also have all of the floral stamps that you need to build up a background there as well. So you can do that and do something like the butterflies, which are included in there as well. You can also, if you want to, use this with your pigment inks to almost make your own printed background printed papers using that as well. Loads that you can do with it. £5.50 in the UK, $6.50 if you're in the US. And the final one I've got for you is a little sentiment die just here, and that is invitation. £1.12 there. Is the price on that one. So definitely make sure you grab that. I'm going to check back in with Leanne, just checking her Shih Tzu. How are you getting on over there?
My little Shih Tzu is nearly finished now, Joe. Look, I've just been adding a little bit of extra dimension.
Love that. Did we come up with a name for him?
Well, we haven't, did we not? I think we have to call him Mimosa, Joe.
I think Mimosa is Mimosa the Shih Tzu.
Yeah, I think so. Have to. Let's go with Mimosa. And just
Mimosa always makes me feel less than pleasurable these days.
Less than, yes. So that's an appropriate name. Then there we go. Isn't that looking lovely? I mean, really, he's looking just gorgeous, isn't he?
Should we call him Frexinet?
Frexinet. Let's call him Frexinet.
Or Freshenet, depending on where you're from.
Frexinet.
Well, did we talk about this and how this has come about? Why we keep saying Frexinet? Leanne came in a few weeks ago and said she had a lovely bottle of Carver and she went for a specific brand. It was called Frexinet. It was actually, she meant Freshenet is what she was after. But Laura from Stanford thought it was called Frexinet as well. And she is the sophistication barometer. So
She is it's how I base sophistication. I compare it to Laura. If it doesn't compare, then it's not sophisticated. It's a bit like that Yves Saint Laurent perfume that I wear, Joe.
Yves Saint Laurent?
Yeah. I know it's Yves Saint Laurent. I'm pulling your leg.
Did you call it Yves Saint Laurent at
no,
some point?
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I'm not that unsophisticated.
My brother suggested to my dad that for Christmas he could get my mum some nice lingerie, which is always makes me laugh. Meaning, I think he meant lingerie as well. Leanne, it is an absolute pleasure to spend the morning with you in the craft room. I'll see you back here. Not
week
next week, the week after.
Yeah.
Enjoy your holiday, won't
Thank
you?
you.
At the caravan. Don't eat too much Kendall mint cake, and or maybe you could bring us some Kendall mint cake.
You know what I might bring you back? What I will bring you back? Some of that fabulous gingerbread from Grasmere.
Oh, that is, producer Laura is very, very excited by the idea of that. Right, don't forget to check out your baskets, whether it's for the brand new configurations on these illustrators or these gorgeous brand new stamps. It's been amazing. It's been a pleasure to spend the morning with you. We are going to take you into the weekend because it's Friday. It's almost the weekend. When the real me comes alive, I will see you back for the craft house here in 3 hours. Take care.